there, love seekers. Welcome back to Love and Connections, where we help you find love that is real, deep, and lasting. Today, we are talking about something that can make or break your dating journey, setting standards at the talking stage. Because let's be honest, first impression do matters, but so does knowing what you're looking for. So, all right, let's get real for a second. Have you ever started talking to someone and then you already ignore the red flag because they are cute? We're all guilty of that. But here's the truth. Your standards aren't about being picky. They are about protecting your peace and ensuring that you build something meaningful. There are situations where you might have gone to so many dates and you might be tempted to lower your standard because you feel like time is passing, you're getting older. But don't let that push you into settling. Now, standards are like, a dating compass. They basically point you to what you deserve and away from what you don't. Basically, standard is more like protecting yourself from bigger issues in the future. So we can look at standard like this. It's more like self-respect in action. They help you filter out people that don't align with your goals, and they also help you avoid settling syndrome. Do you know what settling syndrome is? Settling is, for example, you meet a guy, he's cute, he has so many, you're asking him questions, and then you realize that some things that are very important to you, like he will say something like, sometimes I'm honest, but I don't really believe in being honest all the time. There are situations where I may lie to my partner just to prevent them from getting upset. Now, if someone like you if you are very intentional about honesty, and honesty is a standard that you value, it's very important that you actually recognize that that is actually a red flag for you, and that's something that you should not negotiate, and that's something that you should not settle for. So that's an example. So, like I said, standard help you filter out people who don't align with your goals and avoid settling syndrome. By defining your non-negotiable, it helps you protect yourself. Okay, now let's talk about how to actually set those standards without coming across as, too intense. It's all about balance, knowing your worth, but also staying open to getting to know someone as well. Because some of the time we tend to just make assumptions without even getting to know the person. So it's very important that you give them the opportunity to show it, because action is more important than actually words. So you could ask me questions to get the information across. Like if you want to get to know somebody, it's very important that you tend to ask a lot of questions in that direction, so that you could even give examples, and you could ask them how they would actually behave in situations like that, just to test them and see what they think about that particular value that is important to you. So one way to do this is you want to know yourself. You want to ask yourself, what are my relationship goals? Am I looking for a fun fling, or am I looking to build something serious? So this is very important to ask yourself this question, because this will help you know what you're looking for in a relationship. You also want to define your non-negotiables. Think about qualities that truly matters to you, like respect, maybe ambition, so a shared love for karaoke night. Just write all these things down. It's also very important that this is more like saying your deal breakers. What are the things that you cannot take when it comes to relationship? People say, I cannot deal with someone that smokes. Yes, that's a deal breaker, which means you want to avoid anybody that smokes. You may meet a guy today that is looking all handsome and everything. He checks all your boxes, but he smokes. And why? Smoking, you should have a reason why smoking is very important to you. That is a non-negotiable. It's a deal breaker. So you don't want to settle because A and B and C matches, especially if they are not open to quitting. One, somebody that is smoking, that is addicted to smoking, would want to quit for themselves, not because of you. Because even if they would tell you what you want to hear, at the end of the day, this may end up becoming an issue later in your relationship. So that is an example. Also, you want to communicate clearly. So when the conversation naturally allows, bring up what you're looking for. Something like, I'm in a place in my life where I value deep connections. What about you? Set it on beautifully, just to get them talking and everything. Now you will now have to observe, not just the word, but observe their action. People can say a lot of things just to impress you, especially if maybe you're on a date, for example, and you started by saying some things about yourself. The other person, because they're trying to impress you, and they're trying to get you, they tend to say things that align with what you just said, just to make you feel like, oh yeah, you guys have enough things in common, or just to make you feel like you're compatible to them. But and that's why it's very important that you observe the action rather than just the words. So standards are about alignment, not just about attraction. So it's very important that we understand that. So now let's look at red flags versus flexibility. Here's a little disclaimer. While it's important to have standard, it's equally important to know the difference between red flags and human flaws. Now, nobody in this world is perfect. So just like you might not check every single box on their list, stay flexible when it counts, but firm on the things that matter most to you, to your happiness and values. Now let's look at examples of red flags. When red flag is disrespect or inconsistent behavior. Flexibility is maybe you guys have different hobbies or you have something unique. Let's look at it. Let's look at example, for example, of flexibility. Let's say you have you meet a guy that you feel like when it comes to their fashion sense, it's not actually what you maybe you dress all beautiful, wearing a beautiful dress, and they just came looking wearing something, just a short pants and just a t-shirt, and you feel like, oh my god, this guy is not fashionable, and I would like a guy like fashionable. Now, that is not enough to say, I don't like this guy. I'm going to say no to this guy, even if this guy checks all my boxes. Now, you want to take the time to ask him questions like, for example, you could say something like this. Wow, you know what? I'm very big on fashion. I like to style. I like to style myself. I take pride in how I look and the kind of and what I wear. So I would really like that for my man as well. Are you open to me actually styling you sometimes? Maybe I can get you a nice t-shirt that would actually match with this pant pattern. Or maybe there's this nice shoe that I see a lot of guys wearing. I don't know if you might actually get you that for a birthday gift. Are you open to that? And you want to hear what they would say? They might say, oh yeah, I don't really have good sense, good fashion sense. I'm actually looking for a woman that will help me improve in the way I look, in the way I dress, basically. So if you can actually help me in that direction, that would be amazing. So that's an example of a man that is open. Now, you could have a man that would say, no, I like the way I dress, that's how my father used to dress. If you can't tell me how to dress, you can't tell me how to look, blah, 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 don't style me, this is good. You know that kind of person is not open to understanding or open to improvement when it comes to their fashion sense. So that could be a red flag to you. Because if looking good is very important to you, if presentation is very important to you, and you cannot negotiate, you cannot, and that is part of your non-negotiable. Then that's it. You should not go for that kind of a guy because they're not open to improvement, to changes. So yeah, so that's an example. The example of being flexible enough to say, okay, adjust. Maybe you have different hobbies. Okay, before that they have different hobbies, give you the opportunity to actually learn new hobby, like if maybe they like to watch soccer a lot and they like to just go hang out in a nice bar and watch soccer with their friends. We could say, hey, babe, I would like to join you sometimes when you go watch soccer with your friends. Okay, that shows that you are allowing them to enjoy themselves. And I think it's also important that couples have hobbies that are different, because so they can also have a life and you can also have a life, but then you can also be interested in each other's hobby and learn one or two things from it. It's always very important because maybe you never liked soccer initially while you were dating. You may end up liking soccer. I know of a woman that, she didn't like soccer before she got married, but after a while, she kind of now likes soccer because of her partner. So that's how your partner can actually influence you in a good way. So those are things that you can be flexible about. Things like when someone is not consistent in their behavior, they say A, they do B, they're just not consistent at all. That is a red flag because that inconsistency will actually affect your life and your happiness. So that's something that you need to think about. Also, you want to you should also understand that setting standard is about loving yourself enough not to settle for less than you deserve. It's about building a connection that feels right, not fun. So as you navigate the talking stage, remember that you are worthy of love and the life that you basically dream about. And that love starts with knowing your worth first. So if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Love and Connection. And also drop a comment below. And I want you to drop this comment. Let me know what you think about your standards. So what's one standard you're settling for when it comes to your love life? Let's talk about that. Feel free to leave a comment. And until next time, keep your standard high and your heart open. Love may just be by the corner. Bye for now.